So, welcome back, guys. So, we've been pretty busy. We haven't really been able to install the harness, but finally ended up getting some time today to go ahead and see how we'll run the harness into the Forerunner. But I want to compare two harnesses. So, one harness is going to be the long range that everybody knows about, and then there's another brand or company business that's called Dark Illusion. So personally, my brother on his Forerunner, he ended up going straight to long range, order the harness. I was gonna do that myself, but there's a group on Facebook that I'm a member of, and they ended up posting a harness for the e-lockers for the low pinion e-lock for a low pinion e-locks connection, where I could pretty much throw in my bed and it'll go for the nation for the autism. So I thought, okay, I'll go ahead and do that. So I ended up picking up a harness thinking it was a long range harness, but it's fine. I'm glad it went for a good cause. But the company name is Dark Illusion, and I would like to show the differences between both, as in one, the long range being a little bit more pricier than the one from Dark Illusion, but I'm fine with both harness. I like them. I like both harness, and I decided to go ahead and just show y'all a differences of both. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start with the. I guess I'll start with the low range. So I want to start off before I start explaining the harnesses that this isn't a promotion video, as in one is better than the other one, this and that, or bashing. It's just showing that two different harnesses and what I feel about them and what's the difference are. Also, another note is that whenever I ordered this one, whenever I ordered my harness from Dark Illusion, I personally didn't even know it was a Dark Illusion harness. So I'm kind of glad I found a different company making this, because I only knew about the long range harness. But let me go ahead and start off and show you the differences between both. So first off, when it comes to the connections to the switch, as you can see, this is the low range one on my right hand side. Is an easy, plug and play type of deal. Yeah, but plug and play type of deal. So you can run it with no issue without having to, get confused on wiring anything. Um, while Dark Illusion is more of, you know, connectors type. And so it's like if you do have to disconnect the switch, he does have a manual that it'll show you, what wires go where. If you do have to disconnect the switch, I recommend just taking pictures of it. Maybe do like a number one here with a marker. Take pictures of it so you can know, where which wires goes which. Number two sided pictures, know which wires goes which, and like that. If you do have to take it apart, you can go ahead and just reconnect everything. I hopefully don't plan on taking it apart. Then it has two loose wires where you have the red one that goes to, on the Dark Illusion harness, the red one goes to the ignition switch, where this right here will light up the bottom light switch. The bottom light bulb, which is right here. So that'll pretty much be on all times. I personally myself hate having that light on, so I'll probably just cap this wire and just leave it out. He actually sends some heat shrinks, so you can just heat shrink the tip and just leave it out. Don't use it. Then the blue one, which is the one that I'm going to end up using, lights up the top light, which that will indicate that the locker is turned on. So I'll definitely be using this one. This right here is just a negative, so I'll just be hooking it up to a ground source around the area to it. Same with the long range harness. Now I didn't receive instruction on the long range, but it's pretty easy. Don't get my word on it, as I said I didn't really get instruction for this one, but pretty sure this is gonna be the ground, which I'll find somewhere inside the truck, which should probably light up the top light. And then same here with this one, ignition connective. Then they also send this connecting to the actual fuse box, which is going to light up the bottom light. Which same thing as what we're going to do with the Dark Illusion harness. Just connect this one, leave this one off, because that light at the bottom is so bright that it gets annoying while driving. Now, one thing I noticed too when it comes to connecting batteries is that long range harness, the long range wiring harness has just one, pollen everywhere, has just one wire that goes straight to the battery, which is just a positive 12 volt. And then I'm guessing it should just go ahead and just connect straight to the ground right here, which is something you can find inside the truck. My plan is just to run this harness itself straight to the engine bay. As you can see how it kind of splits up to a Y. So basically this end here should stay into the truck, and none of this right here is going to go to the engine bay. And then, well, actually the way how I figure out how to run the harness, all this staying inside the truck, only this right here is going to the exterior, to the engine bay, to the battery. And then while Dark Illusion, there's a bit where it's a bit different, where it's two connections. There's a 12 volt positive and then the negative, which is the ground, and you just go straight to the battery and hook up to it. Yeah, so that's when it comes to like their connection up front. Also is that Dark Illusion uses more of a mesh loom type of deal, which feels pretty good. I've used this a couple times, but never as a long-term testing to actually get my own opinion on it. While Low Range uses, you know, your average style loom, which is plastic. All the wiring, you know, covers up, you know, making it seem a lot more bulky than Dark Illusion, as you can see. But you know, loom is loom, it'll do the job. If I notice later on down the road that this one right here is getting deteriorated and it needs looms, I have a lot of loom that I'll just put over too. Now when it comes to, you know, the actual connectors, you know, for the actuator, well, the rear diff, they both seem pretty, you know, built well. Really, you know, they both look just about alike. No issues with it. I found out once I actually plug them in and see if they do connect right to them. But yeah, you know, this showing just, you know, this right here just showing, you know, two different kind of kits. If I'm not mistaken, this one right here was a $100 kit from actual Dark Illusion. I found their Instagram name. I don't know if they have a website or not. Myself, in my opinion, I actually don't mind the kit. It's, you know, pretty good. The only downfall that I have from the kit is just you know, the way how it connects to the switch. But even then, for me, myself, it doesn't bother me at all. I'm fine with it. It's a pretty built well kit, easy to understand. Also, if I'm not mistaken, Dark Illusion is 20 feet long, as in what they give you length. And then I found their Instagram name. They build specifically for third gens, or they make parts for third gens. I just saw a couple of headlights, this and that, but didn't really see much on their page. And then also they have a harness for, I think, the 80 series Land Cruiser, if I'm not mistaken, which looks pretty well built too from their online. Now Long Range, well, we already know you can't go wrong with Long Range. They're one of the tops when it comes to the industry out there. I mean, it was really, you know, easy. Everything is easy plug. All plugs into the switch. You know, the wirings. I mean, everything, you know, is good about it. You know, just of course more pricier kit to be using, but still, you know, they're both kits. I like them both. Wouldn't hesitate to buy them again.